Hey everybody, it's me, Peter. Today we're talking about Logan.
You know you gotta pay for that, right? Hey, come on.
Not okay!
The people that have a love for film in the way that I do will often say that a good movie takes them on a journey. What I mean when I say this is that it takes me on an emotional journey. We all have a full range of emotions, and it can be unhealthy for us to not experience each one of those emotions on a regular basis. Everybody has an outlet for these emotions. Some of us have healthy outlets, some of us not so healthy outlets. The rest of us watch movies. The reason why I bring this up is because Logan felt a lot more like a drama to me than an action film, which I think really worked. And it worked specifically with Logan in a way that I think it probably wouldn't have worked with a lot of other superhero films. Most superhero films, especially the ones that are not done by Marvel proper, entertain us in a relatively superficial way. We laugh because somebody tickled us. Going on an emotional journey is not something that you'll often come across in a superhero film, but Logan is unique. It's unique because of its foundation. The first X-Men movie came out in the year 2000. This is when we were first introduced to Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, and everybody went crazy over it. If somebody says that he's cool because he has the metal claws and the adamantium skeleton, then they make a movie where they take that away from him. But he still has the really cool healing ability, so they take that away from him too. But he still has that trademark berserker rage, so ultimately they take that away from him as well. Over the course of 8 movies in the past 16 or 17 years, they've been stripping away all these little things that make Wolverine cool, almost as if to prove that he's a very interesting character and not just a gimmick. That's a pretty impressive foundation to build a film on, and ultimately I think that that's why Logan works so well as a drama. When Logan experiences something, we experience it with him. When he experiences loss, when he feels something, we're feeling the same thing because we've known him for so long. Logan was more than just another superhero film. It was more than just another action film with Hugh Jackman sporting the metal claws. It was a thoughtful drama following a character that we really actually care about, without just throwing a bunch of action in our face. A lot of superhero films could be all style and no substance. But with Logan, they took advantage of this decade and a half of foundation to make a film that sticks with us and also speaks to our emotions. Hugh Jackman announced that this would be the last time that he plays Wolverine on film, and all in all, I'm satisfied with this movie being his send-off. Usually with series that are this long, or with television shows, it's difficult to find a finale that's actually satisfying. But Logan was, I felt, an appropriate send-off to a great character that we've known for a really long time. And it's not at all to downplay the action. The action's actually just as good in this film as it is in any other superhero film. And I do think that the R rating did help the story. But I am still hesitant to compare this movie to any of the other X-Men movies because it feels so different. It feels like a different genre, and so it wouldn't really feel appropriate to compare it to like X-Men 3: The Last Stand. And because of that, I can't just outright say that Logan is my favorite X-Men movie. It's completely different from any of the other ones, but I would rank it very high. It was an extremely well-made conclusion to a great character while also being a really great standalone film. Now I'd like to get into the spoiler review. There isn't too much more that I want to add. I would suggest getting the timeline straight before going into Logan, the timeline of all the previous X-Men movies, because technically, because of Days of Future Past, there's 2 timelines. There's this timeline that kind of skews, and this is the future of that timeline. The future of the first timeline being the beginning of Days of Future Past. So I think that it's good to remember going into Logan that at this point in his life, he has experienced all of his friends dying twice. So he's a very tragic character who has experienced all the tragedies of his life twice. I really appreciated his send-off. They finally killed off Wolverine, and I think that they did it right. They went more for emotion than they did for style. I feel like it's too often that you see an iconic character die in a really flamboyant way. And a lot of times when they do that, it kind of takes away from the character a little bit. Like, we don't want to see Wolverine explode because he's cool and the way he goes out should be cool. We want to see Wolverine go out kind of quietly because he's somebody that we care about. And to be fair, leading up to his death wasn't very quiet, but his death was still very, in a lot of ways, peaceful. One thing was they kind of left a couple of loose ends, which hinted that they might try and have maybe not a sequel, but a continuation, something following the children, the new kid mutants. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about that. I think that it could be done right, but I wouldn't say that I'm excited for it. At least not in the way that I was excited for Logan. And I've heard that Ryan Reynolds has been camping out in front of Hugh Jackman's house, begging him to be in Deadpool 2. I'm not sure if that'll happen, but Logan does take place in 2029, I think, so it is still possible. Deadpool's supposed to be in the present, so Logan is technically still alive in Deadpool 2. So that would be interesting. I think I'd like to see Deadpool come across Logan. And not even in a fight, but just, it's always fun to see somebody getting on Logan's nerves. I think that is all that I have to say about Logan, but what did you think of Logan? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed my review, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.